10 talented rookie pacers on the gate for the $100,000 Metro Pace consolation. A break at the start for 10 Ideal Danny. They're often pacing in a good beginning from the outside for Vertigo Hanover as he's chased out of there. From the center, Rusty's all in, leaving for position. Fire on the Shark is caught 3 wide. In at the rail is ahead of the curve. And now backpedaling to get into a hole is Vertigo Hanover. From the inside, away 5th, Ship's Expectancy. Jameson lays park going into the opening turn with Denim Hanover. Then it's back to race favorite Straight Shooting, who has 3 rivals beaten going to the quarter. Going Native is one of them, Vintage Master another. And the break at the start puts Ideal Danny behind the 8 ball early. He's back in 10th, but he's caught the pack 27 seconds the first fraction. Brian Sears establishes the lead as he's put Fire on the Shark on the engine. Here on the outside, a challenge now comes Vertigo Hanover, lifted out of 4th and claims the front at 3/8. Vertigo Hanover charges to the front now, back into second, Fire in the Shark. Racing third is ahead of the curve, and at the rail from in 4th travels Rusty's All In. Jameson underway 5th now with Denim Hanover. Boxed up 6th is Ship's Expectancy. Campbell carving out a perfect second over trip for Straight Shooting as the field goes by a 55 4/2. Heading into the far turn, Vertigo Hanover is up front. The lead is just over a length. Back in second rides along Fire in the Shark. Denim Hanover out a long time. Troubling trip for him. Towards the inside, 4th is ahead of the curve. Straight Shooting still tracking cover from in 5th. He's still 4 off the front though, and a quarter of a mile of racetrack to work with. Tempo setter Vertigo Hanover is still up front, the lead a length and a half. 3/4 for him in 1:24 2/5. Vertigo Hanover leads it. He wants to wander off the rail though as they come into the stretch. Big enough opening at the rail, if good enough for Fire in the Shark. Campbell pushes the button on Straight Shooter, and here he comes on the outside. Straight Shooter thunders off cover and sweeps up on the far outside. Here is Straight Shooting opening up by 2 lengths in deep stretch, and it's a mistake-free stretch drive tonight for Straight Shooting as he won by 2 lengths. Second best in there, Vertigo Hanover. Closing third on the far outside was Vintage Master, 152 4. Nine on the gate and 1 trailer, ready to contest tonight's first division of the Champlain Stakes. 2-year-old pacers pick up speed, and they're off, and a good start down the center for Part Shark. Part Shark reaching for racetrack off the gate for Moiseev, and he'll make the lead easily. Away second at the inside is ahead of the curve. Jameson sweeping up third with Denim Hanover towards the rail in 4th now. Trail Boss parked out 5th as they go to the quarter station is Straight Shooting. Towards the inside, a 6-hole in the early going as the field marches to the quarter for Vintage Master, then backed up to Well Said, followed by All American Master, and the last 2 are Ship's Expectancy and Cherokee Crossing trailing. On a break here as Xeron attempted the quarter pole up on the outside. Ahead of the curve is Off Stride. Attempting that quarter pole move to the front, Off Stride went ahead of the curve, so Part Shark fronts the field of 3/8. In the pocket spot for Jameson, Denim Hanover. Regrouping is ahead of the curve, but in a whole world of trouble out there, caught first over from in 3rd. Towards the inside from in 4th now as the field marches towards the midway point. Trail Boss picking up the cover on the outside from in 5th. Campbell cautiously tracks that cover with Straight Shooting. He gaps it just a bit, the half in 55 2/5. So they sweep into the far turn, and it's Part Shark up front. The Thorn in his side is ahead of the curve. Locked up tight 3rd, Denim Hanover. Tracking the cover 4th outside is Straight Shooting. Towards the rail 5th, Trail Boss. Second over now, 3rd over from in 6th is Vintage Master. Campbell sees that his cover has gone as far as he'll go, so it's 3 wide time from the backfield for Straight Shooting. And look at Well Said on the far outside. 5 wide, but making up ground. 3/4 in 1:24 3. And there are 4 across the racetrack in the Champlain Stakes. Well Said from way back sweeps by them all here for Pierce in deep stretch. Well Said with an eye-catching final turn brush to the front, and he opens up by 2 lengths. Back in second is Straight Shooting, weaving through behind horses Ship's Expectancy and Vintage Master on the outside. The Champlain Stakes, an eye-catching score for Well Said as he's home in 152 2 to win. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Field of 8 on the gate for the second division of the Nassagaweya Stakes. Here they come. They're often pacing quick start in the center for Count on Art. In at the rail is Part Shark pushing through now. Artist Rally third on the outside. Towards the rail and fourth is Carpe Diem. Coming away fifth is Straight Shooting. Tracking that one sixth, Carnivore. Best Dream Seeker lands seventh, and the eighth one back is Cherokee Crossing. So they march to the quarter station, and put up front in the early going on the outside is Artist Rally. Towards the inside, giving way to sit that pocket spot now is Count on Art, 27-3, the opening station. Up and rolling on the outside, Carpe Diem. Backed up towards the rail is Part Shark. Then a 3-length gap back at the inside from in fifth, Straight Shooting. Carnivore, the even money favorite, tracking him from sixth. Seventh in the backfield, Best Dream Seeker. And still last at 3/8 is Cherokee Crossing. So the 2-year-olds in straight alignment now, brushing up to take charge. Carpe Diem for McDonnell. In that pocket spot, Artist Rally. Jameson sneaks a peek back for action from the backfield, and here it comes. Campbell's on the move first over now with Straight Shooting. Past to 56 4/2. Locked up towards the inside. Now fourth is Count on Art. Working out a perfect second over Trip. Pierce is right there with Carnivore. He's fifth on the outside, 3 from the front, and 3/8 of a mile away from the finish line. To leader as they move towards 3/4. This is Carpe Diem. At the inside, second, Artist Rally. Campbell on the outside, third. He cranks up Straight Shooting now, and the pacer sprints up to challenge the tempo setter, Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem on the inside, Straight Shooting on the outside, and Carnivore is tracking them on the outside from in third. 3/4 in 1:25-1. Straight Shooting takes over, but here on the outside is Carnivore off his back. A deep stretch lead for Straight Shooting. Carnivore on the outside, not doing enough right now. Diving through between horses with some late paces, Count on Art. Still there, Straight Shooting, 1/8 of a mile of racetrack to cover, and Straight Shooting takes the second division of the Nassagaweya Stakes, knifing his way through late to get second, Count on Art. Carnivore was third. Fast closing fourth was Best Dream Seeker, 152 3/5.
Improving Straight Shooting, winning our second Nassagaweya division tonight in 52-3. John, the colt certainly getting better, it seems, with every start. Was he at his very best tonight?
Yeah, I think that's as good as he's been, although in the elimination, the Metro, he was just racing tremendous. He was pacing home rate at 26 flat, maybe a shade better when he had Hobble come undone on him. But, you know, he's been proving he's certainly a very easy colt to drive for all the inexperience. He's very easy, very relaxed, and he just sat out there, and when I asked him to pace, he gave me a very strong run finishing.
I was going to ask you about the break and stride in the Metro Elim. Just an equipment thing, nothing else?
Oh, absolutely. It's amazing. He's pretty athletic not to fall down the way he did because he stepped out of a hobble, and I don't know if he was going to win or not, but he was certainly going to get qualified for the Metro, so that was very unfortunate.
He had certainly demonstrated that high turn of speed, and then tonight showing a different side of his game, the fact that he can go a long way on the outside. Pretty nice combination. Yeah,
and he was relaxed. A lot of these colts, when they find out they can go fast, they want to do it at the wrong time of the mile, and he just sat out there, was very relaxed, no wasted energy, and when I called on him, he responded very well.
Looks like Nifty with another filly as well, shacked up. The same scenario with her. She's had that ability to come first over and then sprint for home, and she's a daughter of Western Terror. It looks like something maybe he's passing on at this point?
Yeah, at this point, they're showing up very well. He's doing a real good job for his first crop, and this is a big, strong colt, and I expect him to go on and get better.
All right, good night for you tonight. You're back tomorrow, and continue good luck then.
Thanks a lot, Greg.
John Campbell scoring at her second.
Horses on the gate for the Pepsi North America Cup Consolation 2. They're often pacing first call to Mighty Me. Joining him now, Stinger Blue Chip. From the outside, Carnivore 3 wide as they barrel into the opening turn, and it is a chase along. Carnivore put up into the race early tonight. Down the center, Stinger Blue Chip. Leaving with them at the inside, Mighty Me is third. Going to cross over, get a seat fourth as Straight Shooting is put into play early. Backed up from fifth is Stonebridge Terror. Even money favorite, Ideal Danny. He's backed up sixth in the early going. A breaker in the opening turn now as McDonnell lost Carnivore. Carnivore made a break, has quickly reset. 20 26-second speed put up by Mighty Me. Mighty Me into the backstretch. Right there from second. Rides along Stinger Blue Chip. Sitting third towards the inside. There's Straight Shooting, and he's on the move now for Tetrick first up. Backed up inside fourth is Stonebridge Terror. Tracking cover from in fifth now. Tipped out goes Ideal Danny. Sixth is Chief of the Beach. Then backed up seventh is Mysticism. The trailer after the miscue, Carnivore. Field up to the midway point. Straight Shooting has yet to be released to the front through 54 and 2 speed, but he'll work to the lead. Into the turn they go. Straight Shooting on the outside, 3/4 of a length by Mighty Me, who battles back on the inside. Sweeping up third to the outside now with 3/8 to go. Stinger Blue Chip, and Campbell's got to send him 3 wide. His Tetrick is just clearing now with Straight Shooting. Straight Shooting takes over. Stinger Blue Chip is to his flank in second. Mighty Me backpedals through them now from in third. The outside fourth, perfectly spotted, is Ideal Danny, if good enough. 3/4 in 1:21 and 4, and they're off the turn and into the stretch. With the lead is Straight Shooting. He's clear by a couple of lengths. Ideal Danny's going to have to make up 3 lengths if he wants to catch him. Shooting through at the inside now. Here comes Ideal Danny. Outside from in third is Chief of the Beach. Straight Shooting put to an all-out drive in deep stretch. Ideal Danny coming to him, but he's only to his wheel. Still there on the inside, Straight Shooting. Ideal Danny, final push outside. It's going to be tight inside. Straight Shooting. Straight Shooting has won the North America Cup consolation as he wins in 1:50 and 1. Second best was Ideal Danny.
$265,000 American National 3-0 Colton Gelding stake pace, 10 on the gate. Moving in an 8th out. Here they come. They're off. Stand Up and Kiss Me is leaving quickly off the gate, joined along with Sheer Desire in over my head. Firing up along the inside, it's Stand Up and Kiss Me placed out front. In over my head, getting away second. Double Trouble is third. Sheer Desire now is settled in fourth off the gate, getting away fifth. Straight Shooting. Backing out Annie's Western Card. My Boy Luke, If I Can Dream, is currently eighth. And then it's Knob Hill High and Smell the Color 9. Stand Up and Kiss Me leads at the quarter pole in 27-2 by 1.5. In over my head is sitting second there by 2 lengths. Double Trouble continues to follow along the inside third. Racing fourth, Sheer Desire. Following fifth out and moving now. Beginning to roll up there with Straight Shooting, who's outside. Also out and moving first up is Sheer Desire. Third over in the outer tier, Annie's Western Card. Taking the inside route there was Smell the Color 9. In eighth outside, If I Could Dream. And the final 2, My Boy Luke, Knob Hill High. Up front, Stand Up and Kiss Me gets to the half, 55 and 3. Outside of the leader there, Sheer Desire, second 1/2 a length. In over my head, covered up along the inside third. Straight Shooting outside, second over to fourth. Double Trouble a locked up fifth. Annie's Western Card, third over to sixth. 5 away to leader. Outside now, If I Can Dream is fourth over. Is about 5 away now at 3/4 of a mile. It's Stand Up and Kiss Me. Has a neck clear. Sheer Desire just outside of the leader. Straight Shooting has raced up third, 1:22 and 4. Stand Up and Kiss Me along the inside. Sheer Desire just outside of the leader. Straight Shooting is trying to gain ground. Also coming on, Annie's Western Card. They're across the track. Straight Shooting, Annie's Western Card, Sheer Desire down along the pylons and over my head. Straight Shooting getting to the front. Then Annie's Western Card. Straight Shooting, Annie's Western Card, Sheer Desire, If I Could Dream, 150 and 1.